All right, yes. All right, we have a new secretary now.
Hey, good.
Paul, Dick is here,
Here,
Jay is here, I'm here, Jerry is here. We do have a quorum. Barely.
Yeah.
And I would assume Dee is coming. I haven't not heard that she isn't coming.
I qualified her today, so she's around.
Okay, I had invited someone to come from the public to see how they would like.
yeah,
Oh, okay. So. Need one more here.
And check. You guys can stand and do it. Had a quorum. Good. So we're just adding to it like
All right, we're on live TV and recording, so.
give yourselves.
Yep.
So I did the minutes, but I haven't printed them or sent them to anybody. I had issues and Anita, is it anybody here in?
Either, I don't know.
What do you need?
Just there was wondering if there was a way to print up a copy of the minutes if I sent them to Anita, but if she's not here.
She's right in there.
And that way we can read them and.
Yeah, all right, we'll just move that down for a bit.
Okay.
Is that easy? Speaking of public though, we do need more GBC members. I did clarify, you know, it used to be in the interview process, they always asked, do you live on the Cape all year round? Now that we're Zooming meeting, all they have to be is they have to vote the town of Young. Be on it, so they can zoom in from wherever they
So they are, but you have to be a voter.
Yes.
Registered voter.
registered voter in the town of Young.
You don't even have to play golf.
Nope.
No, they don't.
They don't.
It might help, but they don't have.
Nope. All right, so. Moving right along. Membership update, which we did get. And
Right, we got a second one, which was significantly different than the first one.
What's that?
The membership update,
Oh, yes.
so just to clarify, so
Art.
what's listed as non-residents, that covers all the different groups. Okay, so.
No, it covers the annual.
Oh, it only.
Just-
It's only in-
Just-
Okay.
Doesn't
So I,
Cover the rest of the categories.
so I had asked for a breakdown of non-residents for all the other categories.
Okay, so we're gonna follow up on that.
Yeah. Great, thank you.
So this is 1436, is the best we've had in a long time.
Yeah, probably 20 years.
Well, I have a question about it.
Okay.
Last year I got this sheet, which broke down the different years. And it's kind of significantly different than last year's numbers. And it's closer to being the same as this year's numbers. So I'm just curious as to, did something change? This was handed out last
Right,
year.
what happens is we ran the completed report, you know,
Uh-huh.
from Plug Profit to see like how many memberships there were. But those are the ones that physically come across my desk, so I have a feeling that somehow from, you know, like some didn't come across my desk or like maybe that they vary.
That's how-
That's
What
yeah.
this is, and that's what that came from?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly from right off of Plug Profit.
So they're not accurate. Just so you know.
You're talking about last year.
The last year numbers are not accurate. They're
yeah.
much lower than what.
Yeah, I had looked at them. Yeah.
I thought, because I was like, how did we go down? Because I thought I remembered a much higher number than 1157 total. And I think it's,
Yeah, actually, I think it showed 1,200 and something.
or 1300 and something
Yeah.
like that. I could add them up, but I didn't bother.
That's actually. What we sent you is accurate.
Is accurate.
So this 1157 for last year?
As of this day last year.
So the
Not for all of
1280 for last year is the real number?
Well,
No,
we sent you the.
No, the 1157.
Numbers.
Well, what's this thing that we just got
He,
today.
he sent you a second one. You might not have seen it.
So are you saying as of this date, it should be here, that's what it is?
Mhm.
Then what if this
When did that come from?
came from one of our meetings?
So what, just so you know, in the future, like, we'll do it through the
Okay. Oh, you-
project. Issues on where people were being put in, like employees and
Mhm.
golfers and stuff like that, so this is accurate that you got the updated copy. So, what you had in the past could be some employees that were in there that were added to the members categories, which shouldn't be.
Shouldn't have been in there.
Moved,
Yeah.
it's in place.
so.
But still, you're up 280 memberships, which is huge.
So that's the accurate number.
Yeah.
That, the latest one I sent you guys.
And what do you see from these
Is
new
this,
numbers?
this
Are
is
any,
the number?
any?
Yes.
Okay, so the one that's in
what it
here, this
shows?
packet
I
is.
think so.
In the pack, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
I think it would be easier to tell that next year, because obviously we haven't even opened the links yet.
Yeah.
So.
oh, yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
yeah, you knew the links was gonna show a
It's
huge.
bump up.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you got to wait till next year, to really notice any imperfections or whatnot, because we only had 7.
Yeah.
Links members last year, we still weren't even open yet.
Right,
Yes, but of these 108, were there many that were full-time members before they dropped to the links?
A couple.
Yeah, it wasn't many, but-
Not many.
Because they wanted to play golf, they had no idea.
We had a couple that were like full members that went down to Nightlight, but
Okay.
nothing.
Nothing major though? Okay. Because that was, what a selectmen, what a series.
Oh, except for one.
upgraded.
I went all the way down to links and I upgraded by like,
All right,
and I moved.
members meeting on Bass River Salvation Review, anybody have comments to say?
One of the, things that came up again, and I think one of the, some of the women asked about the thing that you've discussed in the past about having, transparency on the open tee times. That's, yeah, what,
You're talking about being able to see,
allow the people to see if they're openings, who the
Who they're
other
playing.
players are on the tee time.
Yes.
All right. And what's,
You don't have the ability to do that.
but why is it an option on the club profit?
It's not an
It
option
isn't.
for us.
No, but I mean, the club profit offers the option.
Well, it's not in our contract. Our contract, you know, we don't have a full out, whatever, we have what we specified.
And that determine, and that's depending upon what policy we adopt as to whether we want to have it or not. Whether we
No,
have
it's,
that.
it's a contract based on what we wanted to buy from Club Profit,
I understand it,
so.
but I don't know, I think we run into a problem if we tell people who ask about it. We decided not to have it, even though club option, club
I thought it
profit
was-
offers it as an option.
I was told it wasn't
It's
available.
not an option for us. They may option it for other courses that want to buy into that, but we do not want to purchase into that option.
All right, but there's a reason why.
It's expensive.
Well,
And we already are in the 3-year deal that's already very expensive.
I understand it, but
So we feel as our operation, it runs perfectly fine the way it is. If somebody, wants to know, they can call the pro shop on someone that's in the sheet, but we do not need to be showing the sheet to everybody. That's not what this is about.
I understand it, but I think you might have left the impression. To some people that club profit doesn't offer that as an option, rather than, they offer it as an option, but we decide not to purchase it. I think there's a difference.
Do you know when they started to offer it as an option? Do you have any idea or no?
It's on the website.
On the club profit website?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's something new, because I do remember when we first signed on the contract.
Yeah.
It was not one of them,
Right.
and it wasn't
Yeah.
there before.
Yeah.
And it's never been available.
So that could be something that's a newer thing within the last year or two, but
It says they have a new,
no, because you asked about it when we were down in Orlando.
Yeah.
that was
and you-
back like 4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
when it First
only
started,
first look.
yeah.
they say that it was a new, option. I don't know when it was added.
Okay.
But it says the reason it was added, for the specific reason that people have asked for it, to allow, and apparently it's only for open tee times. In other words, if tee times are booked,
Nobody
no
can see
names,
it.
period.
Yeah.
But if there's an opening, it describes the option on the Club Profit website is allowing someone to determine who they wanna play with or who they don't wanna play with.
Can we look into how much it would cost to
Yeah.
do that?
I can look into it. As far as I knew, the latest, it was not even an option to us. I will look into it. What is our options?
Okay,
Here.
Okay, I just, because I think some people were a little bit confused as to, they didn't offer it, that's why we didn't offer it, but,
But usually on a contract, if they come out with new features, there's a way to buy those new features.
There is.
So the
Yeah,
question
you can
is,
amend
if
your
it is
contract.
available and we could add it, how much does it cost?
Yeah.
We'll have to find out all that
That would be
information.
finding out.
I think we still would want to talk about if we actually want to do it or not as
Sure.
well, on top of
Yeah,
it, so.
but
you know,
if
all of
it's
that
a
matters.
minimal,
Yeah,
amount, we should talk about it. If it's a huge amount, we don't even have to talk about it.
it says it's version 3.104. I don't know when that comes out. When
Right,
it comes
that's
out, it says, so the golfer can cherry pick the golfer with whom he likes to pair up, or in some cases, not want to pair. You know, whatever. I just want to point that out. That's all.
No, we do, I mean, we do get phone calls, like you were saying, you know, we get, people do call us and say, hey, like, there's a single opening at this tee time, do you mind if I just ask who I'm playing with? We have no problem, you know, it's, there's not like some rule against it per se, it's just, you know, we will say to them, you know, you're playing with this person this spring, we've had people say, oh, you know what, I think I'm good, I might wait for something else to open up, or they're like, oh, all right, sounds great, thank you. And whether it's a member asking if it's all public or vice versa, or, you know, we have those questions all the time, so.
Anybody have anything else to say about the celebration or
I just think that Shay didn't deliver.
Shay's up there?
Hi Shay,
Hold that comment.
hold that comment
I included stuff that didn't get asked,
regarding,
the packet from the meeting. There was
From the members meeting. Yeah, you included it, yeah.
Talking about the
Letter from Dave or Rudy.
I'm sorry, members, yeah, we're on
Yeah,
hold, right?
yeah.
Games,
This is about the minimum, yeah, so I got feedback that there were frustrated people, that's what they submitted stuff, but the answers weren't. So, personally. They were like, well, why did they ask us for information, you know, questions beforehand if they weren't going to cover them?
I think we hit on that during the meeting and said that we asked for everybody's questions, but there were certain ones that, you know, are. We pretty much hit on most everything, but, you know, we wanted to figure out what the most prominent questions were and the most popular questions that were asked and make sure that we hit on those ones. There were some other kind of. I don't know the right way to put it, but, you know, questions that didn't need to be addressed, but, you know, to be addressed at a different time and not in front of a huge crowd of people. And I know we really wanted to try to limit the whole Q&A session with it as well. And that's why we did the questions on the sign up form. So
I would just suggest, you know, next time we kind of position it that way, because the expectation was that they were gonna get answers to some of these questions, or at least it was gonna be discussed. And that's not what happened, so they were a little frustrated.
if we could get some examples of some of those questions, that would be great. Cause I just, the ones we read,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure almost all of them were answered, if not, so. Maybe there was something missed or, I don't know, but
I'll try.
So obviously tea time is another. So I know we still do the white to blue to white on the weekends,
4 days a week, white plains.
4 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Thursday,
Fridays.
Thursday through Monday,
Thursday. through-
not Thursday. That'd be Friday.
Fridays.
Friday.
Yep.
Any,
I don't know what day it is.
anything else being thought of or anything? Can you give it any?
Well, right now, we kind of like the way it is, Ian can provide a little backup to. The
Yeah.
accounts so that
That would be great.
people can understand that there's.
Yep.
A lot of pledge.
So I looked up today, went into Club Profit, pulled a couple reports just to have an idea. And I totaled up all of the rounds last year, all of the rounds this year from April 1 till today. This is like the midpoint today. Last year from April 1 till today, we had done about 34,500 rounds total between all the courses. Yep. About 14,500 were members, so that's about 42%. That's
It's pretty good.
pretty
It's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So this year, we have been way busier. And it's been harder to get tee times. That being said, we did have done just shy of 41,000 rounds.
Wow.
But we've also done 19,000 member rounds, which makes up 46%. So the percentage of member rounds has actually gone up 4%, even though we've been busier. Now, I know we have more members than we did.
Yeah.
But that's why I think sometimes the blame of not getting tee times gets put on public a lot. And it's really also just competitive for members versus members as well. And so I just, I found it interesting when I found those numbers that, I thought maybe there'd be a slight decrease just because of how busy we have been, but there was actually a slight increase. And
We have the links this year.
we do have the links. We do have the links, but which is allowing for that extra day of the
Play.
of the white court. So and people are definitely taking advantage of that. We talked about it today. Today's a Monday and it was full on the white course. So basically now, ever since early June, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's been completely full in the white course. Where in years prior, that Friday one and the Monday one, it might be 60-75% of those tee times are filled. Now
That's
it's
what we want. We
Yeah.
want it to be full.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
now it's 90 to 100% full every
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
that, members are definitely taking advantage of that, which is nice.
That's good.
And yeah, the links, the links has been busier than it ever has been.
Yeah,
We were out there today, and it's in unbelievable condition.
Oh,
It's
it's
busier than
great.
it's ever been, and yet it's in the best condition it's ever been. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, those are just some numbers that I figured I'd share.
And is that from April to date?
April 1 till today? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and I think, the increased membership is part of the big reason for that. So, as much as they want to complain, they're getting a lot of tee time.
Plus, the other thing everyone has to remember too, back for Chelsea in the lottery system.
Right.
And
Yes.
the points and all the
The
stuff.
points, everything else, right?
And that, how frustrating that was, and it actually penalized the person that's retired, right?
Yeah,
Is what it
to
really
play.
what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so.
I had a buddy of mine who was here playing yesterday. I hadn't seen him in a long time because he took a job up in Boston. And he was a member here before, and he used to always say, "Oh, I'm not gonna join because it's, I'd rather just pay the money and get more tee times, whatever." He's dealing with the same issue that he thought was down here, up there in Boston right now. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think it's in all the courses.
it's all the
Yeah.
courses.
Yeah.
When you see our numbers, obviously we're doing incredibly well, but he came when he was talking to me yesterday, he's like, I feel bad I complained all those times because it's not, it's not all that. And he used to be a member in Dennis as well. And that's why he came here, was because of, the Chelsea system and the fact that he didn't like, if he got requests and then you don't know if you're getting a request and then you finally get the request, you get docked points and all that. So it was kind of funny to hear him say that, after not seeing him for a while. So.
Yes, and I did remind a few people at the event who complained about seat times that we don't want to go back to where we were 5 years ago.
Right.
Right.
And we don't want to go back to the condition of the courses that we had
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Things weren't good, that's why the tea times were.
Well, right, yeah, and I think the other point too is, membership covers about 32% of the total revenue for playtime. And non-members or paying customers cover 68%.
Mhm.
So if we're getting 40 or 46% of the tee times, we're doing pretty good.
And that's a valid response for some people.
Yeah.
And of course, it's again, the
Yeah.
thing, they don't want it at 3 o'clock.
And you're getting it at a very discounted rate, so.
Yes. That's the way you play it for good.
Yes.
I guess the one thing that does come up before we get off that topic is just the concentration of tea times for certain people. That will be skewing things a little bit too.
What do you mean concentration?
I think some people get a lot more tea times than others because they'll sit there and wait to pump.
Oh, yes.
Well,
But
if you,
it's-
if they put in the time at 7 o'clock, sitting there waiting,
Right.
you know how to use the system,
It's up to,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
That's the system.
That's the system.
There's never gonna be a.
If they're. At 7 o'clock in the morning and I get it. That's because I went into the system and used the system. That's not favoritism, that's not,
it's first come, first served.
It doesn't matter what we do, there'll be, like, say.
Somebody's gonna-
2 years from now, we decide to split platforms and
Yeah.
all another. system.
Definitely, you cannot please everybody.
Everybody.
It's
It
just.
just doesn't
And
work.
and if people wanna look
At some
for
point, you have to
names,
decide on something.
sit there and wait and look
Right.
to see what names are before they take a tea time, they aren't gonna get anybody.
No,
Well, I
trust
don't
me, where I was before, back before when they were doing, you had to be the first in on the phone.
Oh,
People were purchasing auto dialers and all sorts
Oh,
of things. I had one guy that worked with special needs kids and he had the whole class calling for them, his classroom, until I found out about it. You better not do this. But these are the things, people will do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta get in there.
They can always book and pay for a regular tea time.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you
Oh,
pay,
yeah.
if you're 80 years old and pay a mere $800 to pay 200 rounds a year, and you want to plan Saturday mornings, then you can pay.
Right.
Or
Play
two
on
friends.
Right.
Yes,
Friends.
like friends, if you have any.
Right.
We still utilize that standby system. Do many people use that or does it?
Yeah, it's,
I have-
it's quick, that thing.
But-
If you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
watching
it-
your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you lose, yeah, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
So this time of year, I've used it earlier in the year and it worked out.
It works really well, yeah,
But this time of year, yes.
yeah. You better see that.
Can I just ask, because I've used it a couple of times and I've put in, but I just haven't done it. If you put in for a standby, do you get called? Do you get sent an email?
It's a alert on your phone.
On your phone?
Well,
Yeah, yeah, it's an alert. It just pops up. So like you can turn on your notifications for your apps and like turn on notifications for our app. And then if you're on standby, you'll get that notification sent directly to your phone. If you don't have notifications on, you'll still get it, but you have to have the app open.
When you tap it, does it lock it in for you until you get, get a chance to say yes? Or is it just?
No, because it goes out to everybody that.
Everybody
that's-
who's requested.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta beat that.
Johnny,
So my question is someone responding to this person's what?
I think we'll talk with him in person about it.
Is someone-
I've talked with them, yeah.
So
I
we-
talked with them, yeah.
Okay, so we're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to bring it to your
Yeah,
attention.
no, that's good, but
Came
I
up.
just wanted.
I
to hear
haven't,
that.
I didn't receive anything else except for this. After the meeting.
We had a lot more violent conversations about this 6, 7 years ago.
Oh, God.
Somebody told me I had to do with myself.
Oh, geez.
While we were on Zoom.
Let's move on to the restaurants and Mark is up there.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Mark,
Mark?
all right.
So there were a lot of people commenting to me that it took an awful long time just to get food. I mean, there were people leaving after like an hour of the food being open that. And there were still a line across the patio. So,
Maybe you should have had a feed of 2 or 3 lines,
Yeah.
not single threaded. For that many people.
right, because I mean, we had what, over 140 something?
And I
And,
think they all, most of them stayed, right?
yeah,
You know, finish at the same time, so.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think things would have moved better if there had been like 2 separate. Or
Either 2 or said both sides of it and let.
Right. Yeah, but it was difficult. That's the biggest comment I got. The food was good, they said, but it was a little expensive for a hot dog and it took forever.
Just curious, just a question on that. I mean, in the past, I've played in a couple of tournaments where they serve the food at kind of like the turn.
Mhm.
And so you have a flow of people. They don't all hit at the same time. So the people are able to flow through and get their lunch as they come, say on the turn or something like that. Might be, if you're starting on the whole course, it might get people from both front end of that. But it worked really well that way for what it's worth, and you didn't have everybody hitting at the same time. I don't know if that would be something you might wanna try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, usually a lot of the tournaments request the way they want it done. That is always an option. Some of them do, a lot of places do box
I was
lunches
just
too.
gonna say a box lunch or a box
While you're
beer
going
or
out,
something
like
like
that.
We've had that too.
Yeah.
I've had been in one where you take the box lunch with you for lunch and then maybe everybody gets together in the hall afterwards, we've done it too.
Right, yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Sure, and there were a few things that complicated or offered us a few challenges that day. One, the weather was very threatening. There was a point where Dennis and I were literally looking at how the storm may or may not pass over us. The intention was to use the outer part of the patio more, and I had to make a decision to bring everything closer and over under the overhang. Although the intention leading up until till the day was to utilize and space things out throughout the entire patio. So that was the primary reason why things kind of had to be bunched together. And then the offset, the negative impact to that is, what we received that day. Some of the things we did to try to, offset, you would have seen Regina and I believe another person kind of walking through the crowd and handing out food, things like that. We did our best with what we had to work with. This was meant to be a little bit different. I'm not sure what the end user was charged. I will tell you that we had a specific budget to work within, and I was happy to work within that budget. I'm happy to hear that guests enjoyed the food. There were a lot of options, and a menu like that takes up a lot of resources in our kitchens and things like that. It was definitely way more than just a hot dog. It was, I was,
There was a lot of salads, but the base
That
was
was-
a hot
that was a-
dog or bag of chip thingy.
Yeah.
Um,
Walking taco.
Walking taco.
it was intentional to do that. That was actually more than what that menu called for. Again, the menu was created. The budget was offered. I think in hindsight, maybe we should have had a subcommittee just choose the menu. We can do anything or most things. I wanted to, I was excited to be part of this. My team was excited to be part of this. We were honored to be part of this. This was a once in a lifetime, celebration. I'm happy to receive all feedback on it. That's how we improve.
Okay, any other comments about the restaurants, the grills, whatever?
Nope.
Well, Mark, can I ask you, how do you think things are going so far on your end? We're about halfway through the summer.
Yes.
What are the issues or any?
So we continue to try to increase our communication with the pro shop, with Scott, with group. I think we've got a pretty good staff. We continue to try to train them and increase their level of service and knowledge. I guess if there's anything that anyone wants to share with me, I crave feedback. It's we're happy to see some folks support the restaurants that have not traditionally in the past. We hope we're continuing to earn the business. We continue to try to partnership and be part of. I think we are, the team is really working hard.
I guess from an operations standpoint, it seemed like the communications is working pretty well right now, or?
Yeah. Challenges on all sides, for sure. It's busy operation between the two courses, so some things get lost in translation. It's not all on Mark, all on us. It's just we gotta make sure we're communicating as much.
It is busy right now, that's for sure. It's tough.
It sure is busy.
The celebration was the menu was decided amongst the restaurant and us, not. So that was like all in decision, we thought would be cool to do something different like that, so. I will agree with Mark, there was definitely more than a hot dog, there was plenty of food to go around. Just may not have been your temporary, normal type of celebration, but we were just trying to be a little different that day and to understand it was for fun and having a good time, so.
I heard good things about the overall day, I couldn't make it, so I apologize.
From everything weird, most people had a great time. I didn't hear a lot of negative feedback or anything like that, so.
We had a good time.
I thought
All moved around quite
Yeah.
quickly, which is
Yeah.
great,
the pace was great.
Yeah.
so, yeah,
It's a scramble, wasn't
Mm,
but.
But there was almost
You know.
like 2 teams on every hole.
I know.
Doesn't help on their end, the equipment keeps breaking down and we've had to buy some more. New pieces of equipment. So he's got another 2 items coming and hopefully we continue to solve that problem by not having things break down, but. It is what it is, we had a lot of old stuff and now we have a lot of new stuff, so.
I will say, that I think your staff this year has been very friendly and helpful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
A great improvement from prior years.
Thank you. I can't wait to bring that back to them. They need to hear that. We are halfway through and it is busy and it's daunting on them. A lot of long hours and they're showing up day after day overall, and we want to support them. So thank you for sharing that, Ellen, and that means a lot coming from you because I know that you've experienced the good and the bad, and
No, you just hear all sides.
so.
Mark, do you have any other events planned this summer? I know we had the 9 and 9, I heard that was very successful. Anything else going forward?
I believe Ashley and Aaron's a new member of our team. They are working on the next 9 and 9. I would love to do something in August. I think, Scott mentioned, and Scott, if I have your permission to comment on that, hey, we should do something like this on a smaller scale. I would love to do that again, what we did on the 125th. And maybe we do create a subcommittee, of folks so that everyone is heard. Not everyone's cup of tea is everyone's cup of tea, so to speak. We would love to see more events on the patio. We have a couple of things planned, a couple of tournaments planned in August, and some returners for August. So we're just looking forward to get through the days.
All right.
I hope you all are able
Thank you
to
very
enjoy the
much.
patio in closing. I'm sorry, there's been a lot put into Bass River's patio, and I hope you all are able to enjoy it on one day or another. It's really come a long way, and we will
Yes, it
continue.
has.
Yeah, looks great.
It's something to be really proud of.
What time is it open till in the afternoon or evening?
Yeah, so we're finding, sunset, generally, we're usually the last, when I get the call every day, there's no predetermined time. Some things that go into the consideration are, are there still people on the course playing? Are there any
Yeah.
carts out? When was your last sale? We're usually waiting about 45 minutes to an hour, before we call that. So usually, on a day like today, you might see 8 o'clock or so. 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Bayberry sometimes has been staying open later because you've had some stragglers on Bayberry versus Bass
But
River.
not the food section, right?
Oh.
I mean, the bar is open.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the bar will stay
Right.
open as long as we need to. And they've been putting in some hours.
But there's no grill.
Otherwise,
They can still get food. Generally, as long as the restaurant's open, there's something available for food. We have to have something available.
Yesterday, there was only pre-warmed hot dogs, when we came in,
And what time did you come in on Sunday?
5:30,
At Bass River?
at Bayberry. That's what they told me, that was all was available.
So we have the grab and go cool warmer at Bayberry. It's been getting a little action. We call them CK units, so it's everything from dogs to burgers to chicken sandwiches, things like that. I'll go back and I'll see what's going on with 5:30 at Bayberry, but they should be able to serve you.
Yeah, they were serving drinks, but there was no food.
Yeah, depending upon, as it gets, we will wind down. We don't entirely cut off food service, but they may have reduced some things. I would like to go back and check and respond. to
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Folks, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Have a great
Yep.
evening.
Thanks.
You too, Mark.
Bye-bye.
Right.
All right. Request for refunds, I don't think we have any openings. do we?
One.
Okay.
I'm
Is
not
that-
sure, is that a new one? That you sent me, the things you sent me that. You said, I don't know if you've seen this.
I thought I had sent it to you previously. There was one that had the one with the Achilles, and he had the operation on, and the other was the gentleman that had.
Was that a new one? Or the one that we did back?
There was a letter that was attached to it also.
Well, while we're talking about this, this gets to part of the problem. Most of all the ones we've done in the past have come to me as emails. Now they seem to be dropping them off to you people. The problem with that is, I don't have an email. Usually the first thing I do is when I respond to, I give them a copy of the policy, because many of them have never seen it. And they don't understand it. Therefore.
Right.
Okay. I can't easily do that when I don't have an email to respond to. Okay. And that also brings up an issue with the way the rule, one of the policy items was written this year. It's not very clear. In fact, you included a copy of the policy. It's item, it's the third bullet. It says all passes purchased prior to April 1st, 2025 must be requested by April 30th, 2025. That makes no sense. Or 30 days from the date of purchase.
Wasn't that 30 days from April 30th?
That's a replacement for the policy that was.
Because, the reason it is that way is because the membership doesn't start until April.
No, I understand that.
Okay,
But
all
right. This is listen to the way the policy was written in 2024 and 2023. Yeah. Well, I think 2024 because you changed it. Request for refunds for any passes purchased prior to April 1st, 2024 must be requested by April 30th, 2024. For all passes purchased after April 1st, 2024, request for a refund must be made within 30 days of the date of purchase. That's a hell of a lot clearer.
Then, yeah,
And
because I was
this
questioning.
the use of the word passes in the 2025 one at the beginning.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense because you're not talking about passes per se at the time. So all of a sudden, you've got a thing in there that does not emphasize that you've got 30 days. Whereas the way the rule was written or the
Yeah.
policy was written
Yeah,
originally,
I was totally
it's
confused.
30 days. That's what it says in 2025 is totally meaningless. To someone who's not familiar with the rule, the way it was written before. So we need to
Clarification.
clarify that. That needs
Well,
to
go
get-
back to the old language.
We just go back to, I don't understand why it got changed. And we did have a discussion about the rule back in the spring. But I don't remember. Anything coming up for
So
change.
you're requesting that in the language, it's back to
Go
24.
back to the, just change the date from 2024 to 2025. And and then to go back to what I said first, to emphasize that people submit their paperwork by email. Then I can also like the one we have, okay? Without mentioning any names, can't mention names here, but there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
The person has a letter from a doctor that says, in my medical opinion, that should remain out of work until at least July 1st, 2025. That's his doctor's note.
Well, that doesn't say anything
That
about,
doesn't say anything,
About golf.
all right? But this was the note, this is the letter that I got, the email that was included. On May 13th, I had a cyst surgically removed from my neck. The cyst turned out to be cancerous. I will soon be starting radiation treatments, which will last between 4 and 7 weeks. I had my vocal cord damaged during the surgery, and it's difficult to talk. It could take up to 6 months for, I have been dealing with pain in my foot, number 2 here. I had an MRI on my foot. I've been wearing a walking boot for 6 weeks. I met with the doctor this morning. Continue to wear the boot for another 3 weeks. This was dated June 10th. Okay. The plan is to go into a brace at that time with physical therapy, and there's no mention of that in that doctor's note that I got.
No,
It just says he's not supposed to go to work for 2 weeks. I also got off to a late start this year due to having shoulder replacement surgery last January. I mean,
I guess what we really need to do is just go back and ask them to provide a better doctor's note.
we need some clarification here. Now, if I had the email, I don't necessarily feel comfortable hunting around to find out what this guy's email address is and sending him an email out of the cold. If he had sent me an email and got a response from me.
Right.
And in that response, I had given him the rule and the policy and explained that we needed specific information.
Then do we just
We could
change
be
the
moving
policy
this
that
along.
all requests must be
In writing.
in writing via
Email.
email
Via email to the
To-
GEC.
to the GEC.
Chairperson,
Yeah.
at gmail.com,
Just put-
which is also a little unclear in
I think
the
the address
policy.
GEC or email too.
Yeah,
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's there already, so.
Yeah, at the bottom, it says the requests for refunds are to be sent in writing. And then it says or email too.
Yeah.
And it
That's-
really
that's
should be
what
said, they shouldn't be submitted in writing, they should be submitted by email.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And if you get any that come in via
Yeah,
writing,
and if
just say
people
they
co-
have to-
yeah.
that-
Exactly,
They have to
and the staff at the desk who may not be familiar with the refund policy. If you had a couple of copies of the refund policy sitting around and came in, you could hand that to them and say.
Well, we're not gonna have them do that, because we're not gonna have them, all they have to do is at the desk, say it has to be submitted.
It has to be submitted,
Via
but
email.
if you gave them a copy of the rule that also had that there. And it.
No, I can understand if you've got 12 people lining up a year to bring it golf, you don't have time to dig out.
Well, that's true, but.
All right. So someone will get approval, what is the policies?
Well, you need to vote on it.
Do we have a vote? I need a vote. I need a,
yeah, both,
Make a motion
Second.
to update the
all those in favor?
aye.
All those opposed? So carried.
We'll send you an email tomorrow, or the next day, just
Confirming,
confirm the language, you like it, and then just respond yes or no.
Yep.
okay.
Then we'll put it up.
Sounds good.
Then we'll put on there, it was the next.
Yeah. Right. Now, moving on to, oh, yeah.
Before we
Yes.
close this door, you reaching back out or do you want us to reach back out?
I suppose it would be more directed if I emailed this person.
Okay.
So do you
And
need?
let them know that we need some more specific information.
Just,
Okay.
just,
Especially addressing all these other.
right, just say your note doesn't match the doctor's.
No,
Something,
Your
doctor,
doctor's note does not match the list of issues that you're facing.
yes,
Yeah.
you can even say you took it in front, and that's what they need.
Right.
Is it even in time now? I mean, is it even in time?
What?
Was it
June.
qualified?
No, it seemed that he made the original request within the 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
But
wanted to.
it's not complete, like you said, I mean, you're saying 2 weeks no work, that's.
2 weeks, no work.
Usually the doctor's note says,
I understand
I'm
that.
unable to do anything for 6
But
months.
I understand that, I just was wondering, the reason I'm asking is, we go back to them, and then we say, oh, you can't have it anyway because it's too late. That's what I didn't wanna have happen.
No,
Okay.
this one was,
Yeah,
pretty sure met everything.
met the time.
Sometimes we get these though
I know,
in.
Oh, yeah,
they
August.
Go and get a new note,
Understood.
it won't.
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, my hands are tied until you do this.
Yeah.
That's,
bless you.
Jen can reach out, you never hear back.
All right, Fast River,
You guys have been in the grill, it's up there on the wall, big. These, as promised. These are the master plan that we are working on for Bass River. Major change is obviously reversing 5 and 6. Fix that significant issue over there. Another major change is moving 10T up over by near 15T. That gives us the ability to further declutter around the clubhouse and create a short game area. Get some more ability to practice over there, really.
That would be cool.
Well, the tent's gonna become a par 3, right? Or no?
No,
no, cause it's
it's
gonna go
almost back
back
by the-
away.
Oh, okay. so-
By the 18, almost by the.
it actually is the exact same distance from there as it is now.
Yeah.
So
So
long hairs can't cut the
the
corner.
distance is.
Let's go straight for it.
Yes, I'm say that.
You said reversing 5 and 6?
Darn Utes.
Yeah.
5 goes up and it's now gonna go down, so like if the majority of the problem is the slice, so the slice will go into the course instead of.
Okay.
So you go this way and then the par 3 will come back,
Yeah, you'll hit the people.
so you're going to par 3 down and then 4 off,
Instead of the top.
it just flips.
Okay.
That's the main
Yeah.
change. It's gonna be a lot of work over there, there's gonna be a lot of fill, a lot of change to make that happen, there is enough space. Permitting wise, it doesn't seem all that too big a deal, the wetlands over there quite a bit off. So,
Is 7, so originally you were gonna move 7 a little bit more to the left, is that also?
7 is being moved up and will be a par 4.
Okay,
And the tees adjust and the hole adjust a little bit, but that will no longer be a par 5.
So will the course go down to a 71? or-
Yes.
it
Yeah.
will, okay.
Yeah.
So the two differences you see are. So this one and you got this one that has these more orangey yellow stuff, this is like more sand areas, if that was the thing, I know we had the par 3 that used to have sand here. Well, back in the day, but it's kind of like weird to just do it in one hole. These other are possible spots you can do it. And then this one just doesn't have any of that.
Is this like that wasting area on? That was-
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah,
So if you look at old pictures. The par 3 was all sand up to the green,
Green.
but that's kind of. Not normal to have one hole just like that,
Right.
yeah.
so it probably was somewhere throughout that was filled in to the course at one time. these are suggestions where you could do it, you don't have to do them all. But these would where it would work.
Which one was it, Scott, that was, had sand all the way up to the green?
The short par three.
Par three.
13.
Yeah, it used to be a waste area in front of it and they filled it in.
Yeah.
Just people didn't like getting there.
So you could do that, something like that, and then these are the suggested areas, or this is one without it all.
12's away from the.
Right, so we pushed 12 off the neighborhood, go into the woods a little bit, that's. Really just a lot of tree work to make that happen. It still stays pretty much the same, greens in the same spot, everything else.
Yeah, just put a tree down on the left side, that way nobody will go that direction anyways.
So, still doing it.
Yes.
Why did I know that?
Yeah, it's this is what we're suggesting as planning ambassador. So those are like your two options.
Two different proposals, or is that 2 pages with one proposal?
It's two different, it's. So right now, it's like, okay, there's the same exact poll, right? Everything's the same.
Yeah.
It's whether or not you like the sand areas incorporated or not. So. That's the first to figure out is, do you want it with responsible sand areas? And if so, how many are you looking for? Or do you not want them at all? And then it's this other one that doesn't show any.
I went to orange, the yellow
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Those are the possible sand areas.
Just trying to figure out what's the difference between these two.
Yeah. Well. In order to go even forward now, that's why we getting these in front of you now, take a look at these, study them, do whatever. Come back in August, let me know your thoughts, we can go forward on a new. Way of one of these directions.
Yeah, that's
Like I
great.
said, the sand one, it doesn't have to be all these spots, it's
it
just,
could be-
these are possible locations where it could
Yeah.
occur.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
do it
could-
anywhere
yeah,
else
you
except.
could- You can pick one or two, you don't have to do all of them.
Correct.
I think the changes make sense, the whole changes. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about the sand, but the
Right.
general way it flows.
So like, yeah, so take the sand out of it, this is the layout that's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
happen, that's
Yeah.
what we need
Yeah.
to make sure happens.
Yeah.
And here's a possible alternative as well.
So what are the sand areas going to be like? I mean, are they gonna have? Like the waste areas that have clumps of grass in them? What-
Yeah, it'd be similar to what you see on 12. That would be a similar look.
So some people like that, and people don't.
It's only if you go in.
I've been getting, when this is just, I always get, oh, it would look cool if you brought the sand area back on that par 3. And I always say, yeah, it would be, but you can't just have that one spot. It would look be out of place.
Place,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you just gotta like. Is it worth it or is it not? It's something to look at them both and see what you guys think.
How many poles do we have it on at Bayberry now? Is it 2? Or
3.
3?
For what?
The sand area, the waste.
Waste
area.
Waste.
It's
Yeah.
R5.
But so 14. A little background on Bayer there though, it was actually throughout and it just get taken away during the process. So then you're left with what you had, which doesn't really fit. So you can't really just say, oh, we're gonna do this, and then in the course of construction, say, take it away. Cause now it just doesn't work. So
I'm not a fan, so.
10 and 14, they don't work, cause they should have been done differently. 12 works pretty well, cause it's coming out of the woods, but.
Yeah,
There's nothing on the front 9, which doesn't help it, so. It's one of those issues where it just should have been done differently.
But now it is what it is.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we're trying to avoid that situation.
yep.
So,
So,
There are essentially areas that should under normal circumstances be out of play. Like on 12, in reality, most of that. Except for one little area up near short of the bunker is really pretty much out of play unless you're playing from the.
right, and that's
If
kind
you're
of.
playing from the black tee,
Should be out of
it should be out of play.
Right,
Don't worry about that.
so,
and that's why he's suggesting in some of these areas where there'd be main out of play areas where you could do it.
Right.
It's not meant to be in play.
Right.
is what.
And in many
Also, that
cases,
becomes an area you don't have to maintain and spend time on.
but it's also too, if you go in that, it's gonna be better than going in the trees. And,
That's true.
you know, they at least have a chance to get out of it,
Yeah.
you know.
So are we saying that we are going to, this is going to be able to be proposed at the town meeting in the fall?
No. We're not.
That's what spring?
We need to. So right now, we're in the process of. First step with Brittany. To make sure that all the permits would fly through,
Okay,
so. If we were to get feedback that something is wrong, it can't happen, then this would change a little bit.
okay.
Cause there's areas where we're in wetland areas that need to.
So that's Brittany's, that's conservation.
Yeah,
So Mike Tulo and Tim have both been around the course. On
Yeah.
the bridge significantly. He didn't see much issue in it, with what we're doing the work, and we actually have a couple give backs that are helpful. I think it shows in here, we're doing a pond expansion on the second hole. So they're gonna like that, we're gonna daylight the stream. That goes in off 15 to the pond, they're gonna love that too, so we got kind of these little things that are gonna help us. Get this in but we wanna meet and get product conservation first before we tell them we're gonna do. these type
good
of
thinking,
things.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know, like getting these trees removed over here on 14 is actually in the buffer. So we have to be, you know, we have to, whatever we're trying to take, we have to give back. So he didn't see much issue in it, but you know, we went through a lot with the bridge, so we have to be
Yes.
very careful.
yes,
So we're in that step right now. It takes quite a bit of time to go through the permitting process, and then if we're clear on that. And this is a go as is, then we'll start moving it quicker through.
okay,
But right now, we need an answer on these two so that Tim can go forward on the drawings. But this level, we're not even to each hole yet.
okay. All right,
So are we gonna discuss this at the next meeting, or you want to do that?
If you could look at it over time, before the next meeting, we can have a discussion prior to. In that next meeting and maybe vote on which way you wanna go, that would be great. And then we can give Tim some direction on how to move forward. Sure.
We're talking a couple of years before change happens. but-
Yeah, it's, so the other holdup is we need to have clarification on wastewater too,
Yeah,
on when
Oh,
that's
yeah.
occurring before we can,
take a while.
so. Once we have further clarification on that, we would have more of an answer and we can dive into that. Service. That's where we're at.
Bridge took 5, 8.
so we still do a fence or something down by the 8th hole. By the,
Entrance,
by the entrance.
we're
Why don't we
working
go-
on something, they're still trying to figure out the best approach there. Yes, you know. It's not ideal, we're working on that.
No, what you've been doing looks great. It's just, it's always nice for us to know what's happening. So when people ask us, we don't have to say, beats me.
Yeah.
You.
No, I know.
Now when people are complaining about the T, you know, the T's not being level and all kinds of other things.
It's
We can
coming.
at least tell them that there's big changes in the works. Nobody's gonna go spend thousands of dollars to level the T's that may disappear in the
Right.
future.
Yeah, this plan actually, like, it's hard to tell if every single T is redone there,
Right.
so they're all being leveled and proper.
Yes, exactly. Everything is gonna get redone
Right.
and spending the time.
Quite the
doing that.
undertaking for us to try to pull.
Right.
Yeah.
This will just be done in the project.
It would be good for us to know when you're planning things like the cart barn. If, you know, people are complaining about no parking. Well, if we know that the cart barn is that's what the thought is, and that fencing is all going up for the carts, that would be good for us to be able to tell people.
Faster to take.
Yes, yes.
Who's shooting out rumors right now?
Huh?
Who's the leak on the step? What's the leak?
They
All
got-
I know is people complain about no
I
parking.
called her moving the clubhouse over there.
And yeah, obviously, we know there's a problem parking in that service, so the cart barn is ready to be pushed over. We can just kind of
Like that.
give it a little nudge.
If I'm going
Can
to
kind
committee
of
meeting.
back into it.
It could be new.
Tomorrow, when it's on the ground, I'll tie a rope to one of the things and pull it.
I'm not cutting the red ribbon, I'm taking the first one.
Very therapeutic.
You're looking into the possibility of demolishing it and then putting parking. Yes, that was the plan, to put carts up top. It's in a terrible spot anyway, it's the cart barn.
Yeah,
Not ideal location.
no, I'm just saying it's always nice for us.
Yeah, so if you are talking to people, that is down the road, we're looking at the demo of it.
You know, when you get there, like on Tuesday, and they've got all this fencing being put up, and people say, what's going on?
Scott,
No.
where would the carts go? I'm just,
They're all up there now, they're in front of, around the clubhouse.
oh, okay.
We fenced them in last week. So
Are they
that's,
covered? Is that covered or no? It's open?
but
It's not,
without the possibility of electric for a while, it's not really needed.
is that a solution we could do through the winter too, you think? Or I mean, is that not?
For what? For those cars?
Yeah.
They just sit outside.
The other ones always did anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd leave some in the barn, but
Okay. This is curious. I don't know.
Okay,
you know, we can always park them or whatnot that aren't being used, but they're not really our carts, so it really doesn't matter too much.
You can release them when they're done. Yeah.
lease them, what the heck?
Yeah.
But if the cart.
It's not like Yamaha, it's not like Club Car care, I mean, New England Golf Cars cares, they don't. mind
They don't.
if they're sitting
They-
outside.
no, all right.
Uh,
Cart barn, do we have any progress on that cart barn?
We're here.
What are you talking about?
Dayberry,
Bayberry cart barn and doing something with it.
Well, we're gonna do something with it, we're just,
Well,
we
we
don't,
know, we're gonna do something. with
we don't
it.
have progress on
Our
what,
school's not even fifty saying that it's-
we don't have progress on what we want to do.
So are we not? We're gonna go use that planner or whatever. Okay.
go the engineering firm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they kind of follow the piece of dirt right now. Know where they are. So I'll continue to figure out where the heck they went.
oh,
I saw them one day. Some guy walked, in, goes, oh, I think we're supposed to do something here. Walk around, they said, go right ahead. That was it.
it's very interesting. When I talked to Richard, he said, oh yeah, they're working with Kyle and,
We are, I mean, we are contracting with Par. We haven't got very far. So.
But right now, we're over par.
Triple bogey.
and is that because it's, the town has par, right?
It's kind of weird how who has, I mean, the community services department in the town has Par, as a contract, not the rest of the town.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Everything for the community service department.
Okay.
So like we have them, library, senior center,
And I know there's stuff going on with the library.
oh yeah, they got a lot going on. Finally picked a site after 35 years. Maybe that frees up Par for a while.
So is that why we don't, it's not a priority for them?
I've reached out to Par probably 15 times in the last 20 days and got no response. And I asked Bill on Friday when I saw him before he was leaving, he could call Rob, the guy.
Still going now?
He's there today, actually.
I think the
Which was
15th was
surprising.
his
that
last,
he's working past his last day, but.
Okay.
the 15th was his last
Yeah.
day.
I'm gonna keep trying, Rob, but yeah. They are our contact for it.
Okay. All right,
A good segue into that, I have 4 items up for capital for town meeting. And unfortunately, we're gonna blow some money at the car farm before it falls over.
Yep.
I can't stand looking at the eyesore anymore, or the massive holes in the roof. So we're just gonna throw some money at it, if I got.
Yep.
What we get for the next step. I also have driving range improvements, we need a new ball machine desperately.
Yep.
We'll get through the season, but need a new one. The windows at Bayberry, as we all know, are not very good.
Well, machine 50 grand.
Ball machine comes with a washer, a dryer. A storage unit, and we're gonna buy a new cart as well for the whole 50 grand.
Oh, for the mowing and like.
No cart for
Parking lot and stuff.
the parking lot.
A new-
Oh, okay.
Shuttle.
Shut
But the washer and the dryer is for the golf balls, right?
Boys,
And everything else that gets stuck.
we're actually buying like the whole system.
Yes.
So you can run it through and when the fall comes out of the water, it will be dry before it goes back.
And an elevator takes it.
So. Yeah, we're buying a much bigger
So
machine.
they're not just taking balls off the range and dumping them into the machine.
We don't do that now. but We do
But
have
they're
a
gonna-
washer.
Yeah, it's gonna be into a washer, then they get dried and that little
Yeah,
elevator.
There's actually,
Yeah.
So there's like a soaker, you dump them into the soaker, then it moves them into the washer, then it goes into the elevator in the machine. So by the time it gets in the machine, it's a dry golf ball, it's cleaned.
I haven't used the range in so long, I don't know.
And all we've realized, the way we're doing it is really ruined the machine we have, the whole bottom is.
Rusted.
rusted.
Oh, yeah.
And the carburetor is beyond what it want to do, so.
And the new machine is rust proof. It's a different company
Mhm.
that makes one that's rust proof, so it'll last longer.
If it all gonna fit in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we already had measured it
Okay.
prior to doing that. So. So we have the driving range, the car farm, windows at Bayberry, and then the bathroom renovation at Bass River.
That's really.
Yay.
So,
Are you building an addition on the back? On that building where the
Bathrooms are.
restrooms are?
what we're doing is we're gonna move. Where you entrance into the bathrooms and redo both bathrooms. So when you come off the 9th, right there,
The doors are right there.
instead of going through then the walk.
Right.
So both bathrooms will be right there.
Except
not extending.
sort of like, I mean, I only know what the men's room is like, so. But you know.
So the ladies' room's actually.
Back wall of the
It's dark.
the men's room is where the urinal is. So you're gonna have to sort of rearrange the location of
No,
everything.
we know that, yeah.
And
And
also,
put some sort of an entryway in there before you get into the actual restaurant.
and believe it or not, there's no HVAC in that whole area.
We know that. Know that.
But I don't
Believe it or not.
understand why it was built that way in the first place, but.
So we'll fix that too.
But just as a comment too, you guys did a great job on coordinating whatever you did there, because the bathrooms are really, and I like the separation with the door and all that thing, it's really.
Yeah, once you get the dividers.
That's
in,
all
yeah.
done, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
That's that one little stall in the ladies' room, have been moved over.
That's
You can get in there and.
It helps with aim. Just-
Thank you.
You have to follow the ADA.
Guidelines. I know,
Yeah.
I know.
All right,
So, yeah, you'll see this as an article at all time in these 4 items.
What's the total?
About 400.
400. When do you think it's gonna be, September or October?
I think it's end of October.
Yeah.
it's usually
Yeah.
October.
Yeah.
Yep, all right,
So-
members concerned, we already talked,
Ian's mother's birthday. Right? They don't have- That's always the same
It-
year.
we already talked about the reading. What are we doing about some water on the courses for the golfers, or last year, I know we took the water cooler, put it in and now it's back in the office at Bass River. So there's no place to go in and get water.
There was. Like a
But the
full-
bubbler is defunct.
Right.
Yeah.
So there was a water cooler that was put out in the main room.
Okay.
Now it's back in
Yeah.
the office. There needs to be some place for people to be able on these hot days to
Yeah.
get more water, and it's,
Restroom.
well, is it fair to ask the restaurant to continue to fill their plastic containers and give out ice water? Plus, we're talking about,
The cooler can go back in the pro shop. It's not a problem. We
Is
can
it-
afford the water.
Okay, because we were going through like one jug a day, if we.
well, we
Fine.
need to
We have,
give access to people for water.
we can out the water. It's not a problem.
You get a little cover for it, cause it sits in the window and you'll get algae if you don't cover it. And I'm getting really tired of seeing $100 jackets over it as blocking the sun. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Just a couple of issues on the website. Can we get a list of tournaments, especially outside tournaments on the website? I know we had them last year and the only tournaments listed are course tournaments.
Number tournaments.
Yeah, it's just that, if people are looking for tea time and they know that, Thursday is unavailable because you got a big tournament ahead of time.
Yeah,
If you could update that.
I'll create a new page, honestly, with a little bit better of a way to show it,
Okay.
just kind of like the member tournaments are shown.
Yeah.
So I think a listing of it helps people instead of them searching through a calendar for it. I think,
Yeah, I think that's.
I think a listing will probably be better, so I'll work on that with Howie and have it put right next to the member tournaments,
We
so.
have 2 events in
Yeah.
August, yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
And how about how we doing on getting the financials up there? I know Scott, last time you said you're gonna.
I finally got it all on my end. I'll get it to Ian this week and roll it up.
Last minutes, the last minutes up there were posted, I think in
Yeah, I
March.
probably
March, how are we doing?
sent them. Did I send them? I thought I did.
I haven't seen any in a while.
Did you get the minutes printed?
No, she's not there.
Send them me out.
It's definitely since March, but when's the last,
I sent.
the last meeting was June, so that was May. Which meeting did we skip? May.
May.
We skipped May, so March would have been the last one, yeah,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're posted then.
Okay.
You said the last minutes on there are March, right? Yeah, that's the last meeting that should have been posted, because the June meeting was supposed to get approved today.
Right, the April,
April, we had
but
April.
the April.
Oh, sorry, okay, I knew I was missing a month somewhere.
April should be on.
All right, then I'll look for April, I don't know.
It just people, it saves time, people ask you what's going on and they said,
Yeah,
check the meeting and minutes. or whatever.
Watch the show.
And I have submitted a request for the Board of Selectmen to approve Dee and Dick for update with the GEC committee. They're going to expire.
I just wanted
Is
to
there terms? Ellen,
Huh?
3 years?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody. It's been a pleasure working with you guys for the last several years, so. And I really have seen a lot of good things happen here, so I think operations is doing a great job. I think GEC is working with them, so. Just wanted to say thanks for including me and it's been a pleasure.
Well, we'll
Thank you.
miss you.
Yes, we will miss you.
Don't be a stranger.
Come down. Maybe I'll play.
In fact, the website will have to be updated to pay.
Down as a guest, I can get a good tea.
Take Jay off the GEC listing.
Yep.
And put Jerry in as the secretary now.
Yep.
All right, finances, whatever.
Yeah, we had a good year.
Mhm.
Did.
We hit over 6 million, which is awesome. Pulled in 1.5 in net, after you minus all the transfers and capital, we took on about 600 to the bank account, so. covered everything plus transfers and the another great year. To continue funding everything we need to get done.
Nice.
Have we made any progress in our attempt to discussions about our contribution to the general fund?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
We're working on it.
we're-
We're very much working on it.
Excuse me, did help Richard need to respond?
Richard
respond?
I had talked to Richard in depth and now. Some more. And you notice the interest earned?
I think that was an Ellen doing.
Yes, it was.
Where is it?
165,000.
How did we do that?
I think Ellen had enough and went down. Discussed.
They were keeping the interest on our fund?
I don't know.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Truthfully, it's illegal to begin with. We are an enterprise fund and retained earnings should be getting interest when we have
Yeah, they
$2
should.
Yeah.
So it comes out to about 6%,
Oh.
a little more, but that was actually, I think, more than they were giving percentage wise, but I think they gave it kind of retro because.
Okay, it hadn't been.
Yep.
Hey, there's money in the bank, there should be interest.
Should be,
On it, so. Oh, yeah.
At least 4.
Oh,
Any other questions on?
I just, I mean, I included the club profits, just really, obviously Ian went over some round numbers, but. Last fiscal we did, just this one we went through 92,500 rounds. Doing the courses, so. It has been busy. We like busy.
For
Yeah, over $100,000 between last year.
Yeah.
This year,
And then I wanted to show you guys that,
June.
we're definitely cranking
Yeah.
this July over last July.
yeah,
Over 1,000 rounds. Played more this year. I mean, we do have the links now, that's definitely helping, so. But
I
yeah,
played with a number of people at the links who, really like it and.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great, the links came out well, there's a few minor issues, we have some irrigation that. Got spaced inappropriately, that will be taken care of.
They paid.
It's a weird dead spot right in front of 4 green, I believe that's an irrigation issue.
Yeah.
That's why they let them take.
They still have to sod some areas, they haven't sodded.
Yep.
Hopefully that's September, they come out and do that. And then there's a couple areas that we're gonna change that. Were gonna be fescue, now we're gonna make them fairway. So, couple little things will happen this fall, we slow down a little bit to do some changes.
So it's the responsibility of the contractor to do certain things?
Yeah, so like the irrigation, the only way to notice irrigation is over time to figure out where things are hitting, not hitting. So we notice a few things like, that's kind of weird that that's very dry, So we've noticed a few spacing issues, which is a misplaced head or something has to be nozzled up or maybe has to be moved. That's on them to come and figure it out.
Okay.
So like I was mentioning, the 4th green has a weird dead spot right in front of it. So, and it looks like on the map, the fairway head's too far down. That's not quite reaching it, because the other 2 heads hit it pretty well.
Yeah.
So. That maybe just need a nozzle or they may need to move it. That's up to them.
So it's something, we're not on the hook for any of that.
No.
That's their responsibility.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll come and assess it and see how far it's off, or if it's a nozzle, they can do it, or if they may need to move that.
When's the next one?
There's like 3 or 4 spots out there that they have to adjust, and that's all them. And then there's quite a bit of sod that still has to be replaced from when it was damaged,
What time do you want people?
from the start.
So.
So September timeframe is where we're hoping to be here to fix all this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you see some significantly dry areas, it's more than likely it's heads out of whack that should have been either moved or not. But it's hard to know that, like if you had just got rain and they were here, it's something that we go about all the time. And then there's always changes that we can do, obviously the 7th green out there, we haven't even expanded the green yet. It's just a approach right now, so that'll eventually be green when we get a chance to do that.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask that. I thought that was part of the plan, and you were
Yeah.
extended it down at the bottom there.
Yep.
That was gonna become green.
That whole area will be green, probably this fall, we can probably actually convert it,
Yeah.
we have to aerate.
You got that one area of some sod that's not, hasn't been doing.
Yeah, so that's why we'll wait till like September or October timeframe and really aerate the heck out of it. And start bringing it down and then the top dressing, it'll come back nicely. Thursday. It's just not the time to do it yet.
Yeah, okay.
We wanted the sod feeling quite well not being cut it
Right,
right.
yeah.
before we start to bring it down, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've heard a lot of great feedback and a couple little things here and there. From course, would be great to add to it. We continue to work on improvements at Bass. Mark wrote a little note for you guys.
Yep.
And then, like,
Yeah.
he's doing a great job over there, you know, Ashley just did a great
Yes, he
job with the
is.
fence. Peggy's doing great over there as well, so it's like Bass Street is starting to do its own thing.
Are we gonna have a divot day?
We've had some in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah, Paul does his part and mine and two other people's.
We'll throw it out there to see if anyone wants to help.
They're actually, that's what they're doing, that's.
Were they?
Good for me, that's for me.
Sweet.
Paul takes 5 or 6 bottles with me with him when we go out and he exchanges them at the turn and he's in Johnson's.
Sixties, a few of them
Yes,
came out
yeah.
and did both. and
We used to
they-
have free lunch, you used to.
yeah, Ralph was organizing that.
It was pretty good. They banged it out quickly and it's a really big help and.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we can set something up while Ian and actually look into that, but. That's quite a big help for us when stuff like that happens, so.
Mhm.
We're excited with the direction of everything. Couple unknowns as a wastewater, we need clearer answers on that, but. We pretty much know what is gonna be affected, we just don't know when the timing is. That affects everything else that we do. So. We don't wanna be blindsided that it's happening and we are in a massive project over at Bass River.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But once we get clear answers there, we'll have a better idea of what we're ready to tackle back.
You go, yep.
All right, next meeting. August 7th?
11?
11th?
It's the second day.
So,
Yeah, okay, August 11th.
So,
Still good for you guys at 5 o'clock?
yep.
What are we doing?
August 11th? 5 o'clock, and
You sent me the minutes? Oh, we-
Yes, I did. Get it?
Don't close the meeting yet.
Dennis will need some help August 7th. Transporting people up and down the hill for the
Father daughter championship in the state of Massachusetts.
135 so far signed up.
Yeah, I looked today,
Wow.
it's a big sign up for it, so it closes registrations on the 15th. We'll get all those finalized.
August 7th.
It's a Thursday.
Thursday, probably about 7 in the morning, we should be here.
Probably, yeah. I'm thinking they'll start around 7:30 o'clock, so.
So, this is father, daughter, you said?
Yes.
Future.
Only if she rolled over.
You could just say you're Bill Belichick. What do you all know? Yeah,
So,
yeah, it was a really good sign up for that, so. I was looking today.
The next meeting, 11?
As a separate question, on the 9 and dime. As you notice, all the winners were under 35.
Is this about teas?
No,
No.
winners.
yes,
Yes, and we had some
Older.
women, 4 women that signed up, well, they don't have a chance to win anything.
They can rent me out for cheap.
He offered that to me on Sunday. Both he and Ian.
And I don't know what,
To do like a women's division kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a women's division or seniors.
Women/mixed or
women
seniors.
slash seniors, if everyone in the foursome is over a certain age, or it's all women.
I think if we get multiple teams of that, then yeah, because you can't just have the one.
Yeah, we
team.
have
No,
one
that's
team of
right.
women this past.
That's why
I've heard people say, what, I don't care, it's just for the fun
Oh,
of
yeah,
playing.
absolutely.
But
Yeah, if the field's bigger and we have.
just,
Yeah.
yes,
One of the feedbacks I got was, and this was on me, I wasn't really thinking much about it, is I had all the men play from the white. And there were a lot of men that typically play from the green. So I just put
Yes.
in the sign up if seniors wanna play from the green, that they're welcome to, they just need to let me know and they can
Yeah.
move forward. So it's because there's no handicaps in it, and that's, I've always,
Yeah.
my previous clubs. I did it with handicap, so it kind of makes the field a little more fair,
Yeah.
and it's hard to,
You guys don't need it.
I don't really, I would love to do handicaps if that was an option, it's just, I know there's gonna be people who sign up who don't have one. And I don't wanna discourage anyone.
and I think that's
that-
fair, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that-
I don't think they do that. It's a fun time,
Right.
but it, there has to be some way where you can encourage. Because I've heard.
Right, so women don't wanna play because they don't think that there's no chance of them
Right.
winning anything, they just.
If we get more women's groups, we
We're
could definitely do a women's division, and then
If I stand up in there and say,
yeah.
you know, the Nine and Dime is thinking of having a women's group or whatever.
I think I might do, if it's possible, to see if I can get some rope, do a straightest drive instead of longest drive. Cause then it gives anyone of any skill level a chance. You have a
Because we used that for the top
Oh,
shot.
perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you hit it 100 yards or 200 yards, as long as you're close to that line.
Yeah.
Closest to the-
Yeah, and it includes a lot
You gotta
more of
use
the
the
women.
driver though,
Oh,
no hitting and pitching much.
but, yeah. I've done that in tournaments,
Putter.
close to line and you hit it down and then you
Putter.
hit the rope and do this with it.
Wiggle it.
So it's just a
And it's
crooked line.
thin when it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more fun.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm all about encouraging more people to come
How
and
many
play.
teams last month?
We had 40 players, so 10 teams. Yep, and it plays so fast. I opened it up a little bit more for this one. We're at 28 players right now. But I mean, we had less than that a week and a half before, so
Right.
last time, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if it fills up again.
Just a question about the 125th celebration. What percentage of the people were members versus non, do you know?
It was a majority of members, I would
80 to
say,
90%.
yeah, I would say out of the 130 that played, probably 90
Okay.
to 100 were members at least.
Yeah.
3/4 at least.
Yeah.
And another update, just show that we filmed for NBC Sports Boston is gonna be played on that channel in August. And then it's also a FanDuel Sports Network we played on. And then today we filmed some lessons for Golf Destination TV. That's yeah, too, so. That'll be coming up.
on the 99.
Mhm.
All right, if I make a motion to approve.
Yeah, no,
Yes, please do.
they really want to do something, but
All
I've
those
not
in
gotten
favor?
anything back.
All those opposed? Anybody have anything else to say, or would someone like to make a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Motion to adjourn.
I have to go home and cook.
Aye.
Right.
You're not gonna see it? Oh.